When you choose who you want to be, fear disappears. My name is Ross, and I help men in their 30s and 40s rediscover their direction and have the confidence to express themselves into the world so they feel strong and capable to build the life they've always dreamed of. If you'd like to book a call with me, there's a link in the description below, and I hope you enjoy the video. So I was having a conversation today with the coach, and we were talking about my situation at work. So I have been going through the motions of actually asking someone out at work, and I've been feeling very het up. I've had a lot of anxiety going on. There's been a massive amount of tension in my body and just loads of things going on, right? So one of the things that always happens to me when I go to ask somebody out, or I go into something like this, is that I always lose myself. And so what do I mean by lose myself? Well, I lose my sense of who I truly am. So there's two different aspects to this, right? There's the person who you think you are, and then there's the person who you truly are, right? So it's not even the person, but it's the being that you truly are. And so my purpose statement represents who I truly am. So and my purpose statement is to create a deep state of loving, heart-centered connection with others so that they may be fully self-expressed and understand who they truly are. So if you like, the person I've been used to being is like a pattern. It's something I've developed from childhood, and it's based on needing something from the outside world. The who I truly am part of this, the person that I naturally am without effort, is exactly what I just said to you. It's that statement. It's that sense. It's a sense of being. And so in the past couple of years since I've had my purpose statement, it's really given me an opportunity to sort of tap into that. And as a result of that, I now have a 10,000-foot view of who I want to be in the face of the things that really challenge me, such as, for example, this situation at work where I'm going to ask somebody out, right? Who do I want to be when I'm going to ask this person out? Do I want to be the person that's needy and is dependent on this person for various different things that I've decided that I need from this person? Or do I want to be who I truly am and actually be who I truly am and not be attached to the result, not be needing anything from this person? Do I want to be that person? And so I noticed something when I first met this person, and I noticed something within myself, but there was an intention when I met this person. You know, I knew I was attracted to her. I knew that I knew that there was a strong attraction, and there could be potentially a possibility, right, for a relationship to happen because I was attracted to her. And so in that moment that I met her in the canteen at work, I had this there was like two opposites. There was a physical attraction, and there was this intention of who I wanted to be in that in that sort of transaction, if you like. There was there's a person who I want to be in that transaction, and that was my statement. That was who I truly am. So that was my statement, you know. And because I knew who I wanted to be in relationship to that, I went in with a pure intention, you know. Okay, so I'm attracted, but I went in with a pure intention of wanting to help her, right? Because she needed help to do something. And because I had that pure intention, and because I was silent inside, because I was really, really in contact with who I truly am, when we had an interaction, I was able to convey that to her in the way that who I was being, You know, it was purely a feeling transaction. And because of that transaction, because of that connection to myself, I was able to connect to her on a very deep level. And that has kind of set the theme for who I want to be in this particular relationship, whether it happens or not, right? Because she could turn around to me and say no, for whatever reason, and that would have to be fine. And, you know, it would send me back into my old pattern, but it set the theme for the interaction and for the relationship that you have now. And I also realized that this, in a sense, this interaction, this non-verbal interaction that we had together, this is what she wants, right? She wants me fully available. She wants me to be who I truly am. And she doesn't, maybe in a sense she doesn't know this, but that's what she wants in me, right? She wants that sense of freedom. She wants that sense of being safe, in a sense, right? And I didn't realize that was the case until I talked to my friend, who's incidentally also my coach. And it came up in conversation today, and so I wanted to do a video. I've gone around the bushes a bit, but this is where I've got to. So this is what I realized, you know, that was the thing that set the theme. And when we're sort of together, in a sense, and we are, you know, in each other's spaces, you know, there often is that sense, that same feeling, and that same sense of steadiness, and a sense of connection, you know, and it's undisturbed, it's beyond words. And that's where I truly feel that, you know, being that person, it is beyond words, because you communicate beyond words. It's silence, it's peace, it's security, it's stability, but it's sort of, in a sense, it's a very stable place to be. And all of that happened because I made a choice to choose who I wanted to be in that moment, to be a pure space, and allow that to be whatever it was. So that's it pretty much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.